What's up guys, and welcome back to Face Over Matter. It's your girl Jay here, and in today's video we're going to be doing this makeup look right here. This was the makeup look that I rocked over this past weekend. A lot of you guys were requesting me to do a video on it. I'm actually looking for the photo now. Can you see? But yeah, that's the makeup look I rocked over the weekend. I actually went to a wedding. It was a family member of mine who got married. And yeah, so we had a really good time. If you followed on my Snapchat, which is at Face Over Matter, you seen a lot of the snaps while I was there. We were having a great time dancing. So this was the makeup look. This was literally everything that I did for my makeup that day I did today, except for my lips. My lips, I'm actually using a new product. I actually over the weekend got my hands on the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. Now if you're not familiar with the lip palette, this is that palette that you can customize all the colors. You have your primary colors at the bottom, and then you just have like regular shades up here that you could customize, make darker, make lighter, whatever you want to do. So I kind of dibbled and dabbed in the color, but if you definitely want to keep it the same look as it is in the picture, of course, just go to a nude color. Any nude of your choice, and you'll definitely get that same payoff. But I wanted to play around with the lip palette. That's the only thing that's different today in my makeup routine. Everything else is literally the same old. So if you guys are interested in this makeup look, let's go ahead and get right into it. But before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to the Face Over Matter family if you are not already. And yeah, let's get right into it. I'll go ahead and prime my eyes real quick with some random concealer. I'm gonna prime my eyes and set them and get them prepared for the shadow that we're gonna place down. So we're using matte shades. I really wanna make sure they blend nicely, so I'm gonna get rid of any wetness that's on my lids for right now. So of course the palette that I'm gonna be using is the Morphe 350 matte palette. This is my go-to baby. Ever since I got this palette, it's been, as you can see, I have my well-loved shades. But I'm gonna zoom y'all up and we're gonna get started. The main brush that I'm gonna be using is the Bedazzle Tools 776. This has literally become one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes over the, short period of time. So first what I'm gonna do is take this shade right here, sort of in the crease. Well, it's gonna go in the crease. Like, y'all know how I feel about my crease. But it's gonna go in the crease, but kind of like the outer area. A lot of this makeup look I really like because the shadow is kind of blown out. It's not really exact. It's just really kind of blown out. And you can do it kind of quick, if that makes sense. If you're good with your makeup, you can kind of do it a little quick. Even if you're a beginner, like I feel like it's kind of quick and easy. So what I'm gonna do is just pack this shadow right into the crease, blend it up a little bit going towards my brow, just so my brow can have like a little peak of highlight, but everything else is the brown. And then just to finish it off, it's gonna go on the lower lash line as well. I love this Bedazzle Tools brush because I feel like it fits perfectly in all areas of my eye. Like, just as you can see, I did the crease and the transition, and I'm doing the under eye without it piercing my eye, and I can get all the way in the inner corner if I need to. Now going in with a dark brown shadow, I'm gonna be using this. I'm gonna be using this dark brown shadow right here. Lower outer corner of the crease. Just gonna give me some definition. And of course, the same thing. I'm gonna add a little bit to the very outer corner. I'm not gonna take this one all the way in. I'm gonna keep this one more so on the outer corner. But yeah, this is like one of my go-to makeup looks. I think this is super easy to achieve, minimal work, honestly. It's just kind of getting the shadow where you want it and just doing some blending. I feel like blending is fun. If you're into makeup, then I feel like you'll understand. Like, blending is fun to me. I feel like just seeing the colors blend together and get the payoff that you want is fun. But yeah, it's not a whole bunch of like precise work. Let me know down below if you guys like this kind of setup better or just my backdrops. I kind of feel like my backdrops help. Because of the camera that I have right now, it really doesn't cancel out my background too much. So I feel like I'm not really the main focus. I feel like I may have to go and do some research about the kind of cameras that I want to use. Going back to this, I'm just going to take a little bit of the residue shadow that's already on the brush and just kind of move that onto the lid because I don't necessarily have a lid color. So I'm just gonna be moving, just kind of pushing it on there. All right, quickly going into a black shade. Any black shade is cool, but I'm gonna go in with the TARTEIST Pro palette, and I'm gonna be using the shade called Punk, but this is just a matte black. And I'm just gonna be using a tiny amount of this in the outer corner. But it's like I don't wanna use too much to where the black starts to overpower like my bronzy brown. So I'm just using a little bit just to add a tiny bit of dimension. And I'm adding that very close to the lash line and pushing it up gradually. So now that I have that, I'm going to switch palettes here. Go back in with my Natural Love palette and pick up my favorite shade from this palette, of course, which is Honey Pot, the beautiful gold shade that I used to highlight my cheekbones. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and I'm gonna focus it underneath the lower lash line. You can blow it out as low as you want. I'm gonna take it kind of low just because I want the effect of like a blown out under eye. I love the way it makes my inner corners look. And while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my brow bone just a tiny bit. Just give it a little bit of love. And then I'm gonna take the shade called Moonbeam right here from that palette, and that's gonna go in my tear duct. Only reason why I'm not using Honey Pot is because I didn't want the same shade to be like in my inner corner as well as the under eye. You can easily go in with a black shadow or a black liner, but me, I'm gonna use black eyeshadow because I feel like it's a little bit easier. So I'm gonna use a black shadow and I'm going to focus that right up against my lower lash line. This is a trick I love to do to add drama to any kind of makeup look that I have. And also it makes my lower lashes look a lot thicker, especially after we add lashes and mascara. I just like to add that to the outer corner, and because we did that on the bottom, we're gonna do that on the top, and I'm just gonna focus it right on the outer corner. And I'm focusing it more on the outer corner simply because it gives the effect of that I have a larger eye. I like to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and this is going to really open up my eyes and make them look nice and doll-like. I'm gonna use the Great Lash Mascara from Maybelline. Alright, lashes are on, so next I'm gonna be using, this is a new product alert. I'm probably late on the bandwagon, but this was actually a gift to me. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Palette. Taking the number 1 in the palette, this nice pinky shade right here. Just gonna go in with that. Well, alright guys, this is the completed makeup look and hair. As always, a list of products and everything will be down below in the description bar. Thank you so much for watching. So as always, if you're new, I'm Jay. And if you're not new, I just thank you so much for supporting me with whatever I do here with my channel. I love you all to no end. And of course, God willing, I will definitely see you all in my next video. Bye.